Okay, so this segment is our shoot you straight segment. Easy for you to say. No bull, just straight shooting on today's hottest gun and political topics. It's time for the straight shooter segment. This is where we talk about different things that happen locally, nationally, mostly gun related, sometimes politically related, but always interesting and fun. It's our opportunity to talk about some things that are going around, the internet, news sources, maybe some things that you haven't even heard yet. But I wanted to talk about an article that came out. It was actually a notification from the San Diego County Sheriff's. It's a gang-related assault and weapons arrest. Man arrested following gang-related search warrant. This happened early March. At 8:30 p.m., deputies responded to the 300 block of Autumn Drive in the city of San Marcos, which is a little burg in North County that doesn't have a whole lot of crime, for a radio call for someone brandishing a weapon. The preliminary investigation revealed the victim was assaulted by 3 suspects and suffered multiple injuries. The follow-up investigation by the Sheriff's Narcotics and Gangs Division revealed the victim was targeted due to a perceived gang affiliation. A 20-year-old male, he's a Vista resident, was identified as one of the attackers. On May 21st, at about 7:30 p.m., a search warrant was served at a residence in Thibodeau Road in the city of Vista, which is right down the street from San Marcos. That's where all the crime happens. That makes sense. They went to San Marcos, but as a result of the search warrants, an unserialized AR-15 style short-barreled rifle. We actually have a picture of it. Why don't we pull that picture of the stuff that we found? That was found. A handgun, handgun ammunition was found. High-capacity magazines and clothing used in the crime were located and seized as evidence. The suspect was arrested and booked. Felony charges of assault with a deadly weapon, promoting, assisting a criminal street gang in possession of a short-barreled assault weapon. So why do I want to talk about this? Well, I want to talk about this because this is the typical when it comes to guns in general. You know, gun crime or crimes with guns, or anytime a gun is involved with a crime, it is typically, or especially anytime there's a death and there's a gun involved, it is typically a criminal hurting another criminal. Mm-hmm. You know, if you eliminate suicides, then what is left is a criminal doing criminal things to other criminals. And that's exactly what we have here. We have a 20-year-old. Actually, there's an 18-year-old. An 18-year-old male San Marcos resident was arrested and booked as well. That 18-year-old would be considered a child to the anti-gunners. Mm-hmm. So when they put together their misleading lies and statistics, they would include this 18-year-old gang member as a child. He's one of the children who possessed a firearm or was involved. Meanwhile, this guy's a gang member. He's an adult and a gang member. But the other thing is, what's interesting is the vast majority, in fact, almost all assault weapon charges or short-barreled weapon charges or any kind of weapon charges that depend on the configuration of your weapon, typically they're add-ons. I rarely see like a standalone assault weapon violation, for example. Now, I have seen it. There was one less than a year ago, and it actually didn't end up, going. It went through court, and the judge kind of, the guy didn't get punished very hard on the situation. It was kind of a weird situation, but most often the assault weapons charge is some kind of add-on. They've done something wrong. They've done some kind of horrible crime, and they figure, hey, we can get this person, 5 more years in jail, 10 more years in jail if we add on this assault weapons, violation. But anyway, I wanted to point that out. Any thoughts on the story?
Clearly, this is impossible. Didn't those criminals know that unserialized firearms are illegal in California?
Yeah, and short-barreled ones, too. Those are illegal.
It's crazy.
Well, they don't, we were talking earlier in the show when we were doing our interview, and they were talking about how many people are suddenly felons. And it is the reality. These gun crimes don't go after felons. They create felons.
Yeah.
people that would not have become a felon otherwise are suddenly, but in this situation, this person already was, had multiple charges. They would have been put in jail. Everything was going the right way. They didn't need the gun charges, but this person is a criminal and doesn't care about gun laws anyway. So it didn't stop them. It certainly didn't prevent a crime, and it didn't do anything to keep anybody safe in any way. Any other thoughts on that story?
No, it's not surprising.
It's not surprising, is it? Hey, thanks for watching Gun Owners Radio. I hope you loved that clip. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on social media. And check out our website at gunownersradio.com.